There are 3 SUVs sitting on used car lots right now that salespeople can't give away, and every mechanic I know is quietly buying them for their own families. These aren't project vehicles. These aren't good for the price compromises. I'm talking about SUVs that will run 300,000 miles with nothing but oil changes and brake pads, selling for thousands less than they should because of one stupid reason. Nobody knows they exist. After 22 years of turning wrenches, I've watched people overpay for reliable RAV4s and CR-Vs while these 3 just sit there, waiting for someone smart enough to notice. And SUV number 1? That one's been my secret recommendation for 5 years. I've probably put 24 customers into them, and not one has come back with a major repair. Not one. Today, I'm counting down my 3 most underrated used SUVs on the market. The ones that offer Toyota-level reliability at KIA-level prices. I'm going deepest on number 1, because that's the one that will change how you shop for an SUV. Let's get into it. Number 3, Kia Sorento. Number 3 is an SUV that mechanics love to see roll in, not because it needs work, but because when it does, everything is straightforward and cheap. And you can pick one up right now for under $15,000. I had a customer last year, a guy in his early 40s with 3 kids, come in asking me to inspect a used Ford Explorer he was about to buy. It was 2017 with 92,000 miles, and the dealer wanted $18,500. I looked at the maintenance history, checked what was coming due, and told him straight, "You are about to spend $18,000 on a car that needs $3,500 in repairs within the next 18 months. That turbocharged EcoBoost, it has cooling system issues waiting to happen." He asked what I would buy instead. I pulled up AutoTrader on my phone and showed him a 2018 Kia Sorento SX with the V6, 58,000 miles for $14,200. More power, better reliability, $4,300 less. He bought it. That was 16 months ago. You know what he spent on repairs? $112. An oil change and a cabin air filter. Here's what nobody tells you about the 3rd generation Sorento from 2016 to 2020. Kia finally figured it out. The 3.3-liter Lambda 2 V6 in these things is legitimately bulletproof. It is naturally aspirated, no turbos to fail, and no timing belt to replace. It uses a timing chain designed to last the life of the engine. The transmission is a proper 8-speed automatic that Kia co-developed with Hyundai and refined over years. It is not the problematic dual clutch some manufacturers gambled on. It is a traditional torque converter automatic that shifts smoothly and lasts. And here's the detail that matters most: Kia's powertrain warranty. Even on used vehicles, if you are within 10 years and 100,000 miles from the original sale date, you are still covered. That is confidence you will not find from most manufacturers. Average used price for a 2018 Sorento 5.6 with under 80,000 miles is $13,000 to $16,000. Compare that to a same-year Toyota Highlander at $22,000 to $26,000. That is an $8,000 to $10,000 difference for an SUV that, in my experience, has comparable reliability. Timing chain replacement on the Sorento, if you ever need it, which is rare, is about $900. On the Explorer, with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost, you are looking at $1,800 minimum. And that is if the turbo seals have not started leaking. The Sorento's V6 is accessible too. I can do most repairs without pulling the engine. Try that with some of the German competition. If you are shopping for one of these, here is the inspection checklist. First, check the oil level and condition. Some early 2.4-liter 4-cylinder Sorentos from 2011 to 2014 had engine issues. But the V6 and the newer 2.5-liter Turbo 4 from 2021 and up are solid. Stick with the V6 for proven reliability. Second, test the all-wheel drive system. Take it to a parking lot, turn the wheel to full lock, and drive in a circle. Any binding or clunking, walk away. If it is smooth, you are golden. Kia's all-wheel drive system is simple and durable. Third, check the infotainment screen. Some early models had touchscreen delamination issues. Not a mechanical problem, but annoying. About $350 to fix if it is bad. Fourth, look at the third row area. These are family SUVs. If the third row looks like a war zone, the owner had kids who were not gentle. That tells you something about how the vehicle was treated overall. Bottom line on the Sorento, you are getting a 3-row V6 powered family hauler with a warranty that puts Toyota to shame at a price point that would make Honda blush. The only reason this SUV is cheap is because it says Kia on the hood, and people still think it is 2005. But if you think the Sorento is overlooked, this next SUV might be the most ignored reliable crossover in America. The depreciation on these is honestly insulting to how good they are. Number 2, Mazda CX-5 has some of the lowest repair costs of any compact SUV on the road. Lower than the RAV4, lower than the CR-V, and it depreciates like it has a disease. I have been tracking this for years now. Every time a Mazda CX-5 rolls into my shop, I almost get disappointed because there is nothing wrong with it. Oil changes, brake pads, tires. That's it. Last month, I had a 2017 CX-5 come in with 158,000 miles. The owner bought it new, drove it for 8 years, and wanted to know what big maintenance was coming up. I put it on the lift and inspected everything: suspension, brakes, undercarriage, pulled codes, and checked the transmission fluid. You know what I found? Nothing. The original spark plugs still had life in them. I told her to come back in another 30,000 miles. She looked at me like I was lying. I get that reaction a lot with these cars. Mazda did something brilliant with the second generation CX-5 that started in 2017. They kept it simple while everyone else was adding complexity. The Skyactiv G 2.5-liter 4-cylinder does not use a turbo that can fail. It does not have a continuously variable transmission that can slip. It uses a timing chain designed to last the life of the engine, paired with a traditional 6-speed automatic that has been proven over a decade of use. Here is the nerdy detail that matters. Mazda engineered the compression ratio at 13:1. That is higher than most sports cars, which means better fuel efficiency without sacrificing durability. The engine runs cleaner and more efficiently than competitors with lower compression ratios. RepairPal gives the CX-5 a 4.5 out of 5.0 reliability rating, the highest in its entire class. Annual maintenance costs average $447 compared to $573 for the compact SUV segment average and $652 for all vehicles. That is real money saved every year, and the probability of a major repair is just 8% for the CX-5 compared to 13% for the average compact SUV. Current market prices will make you angry if you bought Japanese elsewhere. A 2018 Mazda CX-5 Touring. With 70,000 miles, you are looking at $15,000 to $18,000. The same year, Toyota RAV4 XLE with similar miles is $20,000 to $23,000. That is a $5,000 difference for an SUV. That, in my experience, costs less to maintain over time and is genuinely more enjoyable to drive. The most expensive repair I have ever done on a Skyactiv CX-5 was a water pump at 148,000 miles, $580 for parts and labor. The average surprise repair on a same-age CR-V is about $950. When you are test driving a used CX-5, pay attention to three things. First, the infotainment controller knob. If it feels loose or sticky, the previous owner was rough with it. Not a deal breaker, but it tells you how they treated the car. Second, take it on the highway and accelerate from 45 to 70 miles per hour. If you feel any hesitation or a shudder, check the motor mounts. That is a known issue on some early models, and it is $400 to fix. Walk away if they will not negotiate. Third, check the paint around the rear wheel wells and hood edges. Some 2017 to 2018 models had minor paint adhesion issues in certain climates. Look for bubbling or peeling. Who should buy this SUV? If you want something that is actually fun to drive but still sensible, the CX-5 handles better than anything else in its class. Seriously, this thing corners like a sedan. Mazda's engineers are obsessed with driving feel, and it shows. If you are keeping an SUV past 200,000 miles and want the lowest possible maintenance cost, this is your vehicle. If you are tired of overpaying for the Toyota badge, this is your escape. Who should skip it? If you need maximum cargo space, the CX-5 is tighter than the RAV4. The trade-off for that car, like handling, is a slightly smaller interior. If you want all-wheel drive that can actually handle serious off-road terrain, look elsewhere. The CX-5 is meant for snow and light trails, not rock crawling. And if you are buying for resale value in 3 years, stick with Toyota. The market hasn't caught up to how good the Mazda is yet. Here's the mechanic math on the CX. Buy it for $15,000. Drive it for 150,000 miles and spend maybe $2,800 on maintenance total. You will not find a better dollars per mile deal in the compact SUV category. All right, that was number 2. This last one, number 1, is the SUV I recommend more than any other to people who ask me what to buy. And almost everyone pushes back at first, until they drive one. If this kind of straight talk is helping you, hit subscribe. I have more videos coming on the SUVs dealerships push versus the ones that actually make sense. Number 1. Toyota Highlander. Number 1 is a 3-row SUV with the same drivetrain as the Lexus RX. The same reliability as the 4Runner. More space than both. And it is selling for $6,000 to $10,000 less than either, because the average buyer thinks it is a minivan in disguise. Let me tell you about the customer who almost argued with me about this SUV. 2 years ago, a woman came in her mid-40s, professional, needed something reliable for a long commute and weekend family trips. She had been looking at Lexus RX models and had a budget of $28,000. I asked if she had considered the Highlander. She laughed and said, "That is what soccer moms drive. I want something nicer." I walked her outside to my shop parking lot and pointed at my personal vehicle, a 2016 Highlander Limited with 192,000 miles on it. I bought it with 85,000 miles for $19,500. At that point, I had put maybe $2,100 into it total, and that included a full brake job, new tires, and a water pump at 175,000 miles. She bought a 2017 Highlander XLE the next week for $21,800 with 68,000 miles. She texted me last month. She is at 138,000 miles now. 0 mechanical issues. Her exact words, "Why does not anyone talk about this SUV?" Here is why I am obsessed with the 3rd generation Highlander from 2014 to 2019. The 3.5-liter 2GR FE and 2GR FKS V6 in these things is the same engine family that powers the Lexus RX 350. I am not exaggerating. Same block, same heads, same legendary Toyota reliability. The 2GR engine family is arguably the most reliable 6-cylinder engine Toyota has ever built. It does not have direct injection problems like some newer designs. It does not have timing belt replacement intervals. It is chain-driven. It does not have turbo failures because there is no turbo to fail. It just runs. I have seen these engines go 350,000 miles. Not I heard about one. I have personally worked on 4 of them north of 300,000 miles with original transmissions. The 8-speed automatic Toyota paired with this engine starting in 2017 is smooth, proven, and damn near indestructible. Before 2017, you get a 6-speed that is equally reliable but slightly less fuel efficient. Let us talk numbers, because this is where it gets ridiculous. A 2017 Highlander XLE with 80,000 miles, $20,000 to $24,000. A 2017 Lexus RX 350 with the same miles, $27,000 to $32,000. That is a $7,000 to $8,000 difference for mechanically related vehicles. The Lexus has a nicer badge and slightly better interior materials. That is it. Under the hood, same engineering philosophy, same bulletproof reliability. Now compare it to the 4Runner, a 2017 4Runner Limited with 80,000 miles runs $32,000 to $38,000. Actually more expensive than some Highlanders, and you are getting a smaller interior with worse fuel economy. The 4Runner is fantastic for off-road, but for daily family duty, the Highlander makes way more sense. Repair costs. Let me break it down. Brake pads, all 4 wheels, $320. Transmission fluid change, $195. Water pump, if it ever fails, $680. These are real numbers from my shop, not dealer prices. Real-world costs from someone who has been servicing these for years. When you are shopping for a Highlander, here's my inspection checklist. First, check the vehicle identification number for any dashboard recalls. Some 2014 to 2016 models had cracking dashboard issues in hot climates. Toyota extended the warranty on this. Make sure it has been addressed. Second, look at the tire wear pattern. Uneven front tire wear means alignment was neglected. Not a deal breaker, but negotiate $150 off and get it aligned immediately. Third, test the Entune infotainment system on the 2014 to 2019 models. The touchscreen can develop response issues on high mileage examples. Make sure all the buttons work and there is no lag. If it is glitchy, factor in $400 for a replacement head unit. Fourth, and this is the pro tip, find one owned by a family with grown kids. I am serious. Empty nesters garage them, do every maintenance service on time, and drive gently. A grandparent Highlander with 60,000 miles is basically a new car. Who should buy it? Highway commuters. This SUV was designed for 80 miles per hour all day long. It is quiet, comfortable, and sips fuel for a 3-row V6. Anyone who wants Lexus reliability without the Lexus price. You are getting 90% of the Lexus experience at 70% of the cost. Families who need room. The second row is massive. The third row is actually usable for adults on short trips. And anyone smart enough to ignore what other people think about soccer mom SUVs, who should avoid it. If you are under 30 and care about what your friends think, honestly, I get it. The Highlander is not flashy. It is not going to turn heads. If you want sporty handling, the Highlander is not that. It is comfortable and composed, but it drives like what it is, a family hauler. If you need serious off-road capability, get a 4Runner. The Highlander is built for pavement and light trails, not boulder fields. And if you live somewhere with extremely tight parking, this is a big SUV, 194 inches long. It is not unwieldy, but it is not compact either. Here is my final take on the Highlander. This is the best SUV you can buy for under $25,000. 3 rows, V6 power, full Toyota reliability, priced like people do not know what it is. Because they do not. If I had to buy one SUV right now to drive for the next 10 years with the lowest possible total cost of ownership, I would buy another Highlander and not think twice. So, there it is. 3 SUVs that the market forgot but mechanics didn't. The Kia Sorento, with its bulletproof V6 and industry-best powertrain warranty. The Mazda CX-5, that depreciates like it's cursed but runs like it's blessed. And the Toyota Highlander, the best-kept secret in the entire used SUV market. You now know 3 SUVs you can buy for under $25,000 that will outlast vehicles twice their price. Next time, you're on a dealer lot and the salesman tries to push you toward a 3-year-old German lease return, you'll know better. Now, if you want to know which SUVs have actually earned legendary status in the shop, the ones that just refuse to die, I did a whole video on that. It's right here for SUVs that mechanics genuinely respect, with the numbers to prove it. That's 22 years of watching cars come and go, like if it helped. Subscribe for more car advice. I'll keep giving you the truth, dealerships won't. Drive safe. Take care of your car, and it will take care of you. Take it or leave it. I'll see you in the next one.